This is a story about a beautiful Labrador called Lucky. Lucky lived with a family of 4 people. There was one girl who was 8 years old. Her name was Susie. She had a brother who was 5. His name was Nathan, and their father was 50 years old, and his name was Bill. Their mother, Nancy, was 39 years old, and she loved Lucky more than anyone else because it was she who had rescued him from the local animal shelter when he was just 4 weeks old. Lucky was a very special dog. Lucky was very well trained. He knew how to sit, how to roll over, how to bark when asked, and how to take care of himself when he was out and about. And when they took him to the park, Lucky never fought with other dogs. Lucky was a very gentle dog. He loved people. He loved everything around him. The only thing Lucky was always looking for was a big, juicy bone. And in a few weeks, Lucky would get his wish because it was his birthday that he waited for every year to ask Susie and Nathan for a bone. Now, Lucky, being a special dog, could talk to both Susie and Nathan, but not to their parents. Lucky could speak English with little Susie and little Nathan. So one day, Lucky wakes up and runs towards Susie's room. He knocks on her door gently with his right paw. Susie opens the door, greets Lucky, cuddles him, and welcomes him to her room. Over there, Lucky tells her about his ideal birthday gift and how much he wanted a big, juicy bone which would last him for a whole week. Susie ran over to her dad and asked him to drive them to the pet store. Nathan wanted to come along as well, and so the 3 of them went to the pet store in their dad's car whilst Mum made dinner. Lucky was a very happy dog at this point because he knew that they had gone to buy him the bone of his dreams. Lucky was so happy that he ran out into the garden and started playing with the squirrels. There was a big tree in the garden, and in that tree lived a family of squirrels. These squirrels were not your ordinary squirrels, no. They were very clever, very naughty little squirrels. They would bother Lucky and make him chase them all around the garden. But Lucky wasn't fast enough to catch them, and the squirrels would constantly run up the trees and just make fun of Lucky. So Lucky paid them no attention. He would run after them for a little while and then return back to the house where he knew he would get well fed. After about 15 minutes, Nathan, Susie, and their dad came home. And in their hands they were holding a huge bone. The bone was almost as big as Lucky, and Lucky was a big dog. Lucky could not contain his happiness. He jumped onto the bone and took it to his kennel.